প্রয়াত ভারতের টয়লেট ম্যান বিন্দেশ্বর পাঠক সমাজবিজ্ঞানী এবং সামাজিক উদ্যোক্তা হিসেবে পরিচয় ছিল তার। ভারতকে স্বচ্ছ এবং পরিষ্কার করাই ছিল তার প্রধান উদ্দেশ্য। একই সঙ্গে পথে ঘাটে বেরিয়ে মহিলারা নিত্য সমস্যায় পড়েন শৌচালয় নিয়ে, আর এ ধরনের চিন্তাভাবনাই তার মাথায় ঘুরপাক খাচ্ছিল বেশ কয়েকদিন ধরে। এরপরেই আচমকা মাথায় চলে এলো এক অদ্ভুত আবিষ্কারের কথা। পথে ঘাটে বেরিয়ে মানুষের নিত্য প্রয়োজন পড়ে শৌচালয়, কিন্তু তার কোনো অবকাশই থাকে না। এরপরই বিন্দেশ্বর পাঠক আচমকাই ভেবে ফেললেন সাধারণ মানুষের সেই নিত্য সমস্যার সমাধানের কথা। আজ যে রাস্তাঘাটে কোনায় কোনায় দেখা যায় পাবলিক টয়লেট বা সুলভ শৌচালয়, তার জনকই বলা যেতে পারে বিন্দেশ্বর পাঠককে। প্রকৃতির ডাক এলে খরচ হবে মাত্র 1 টাকা। স্বচ্ছ পরিষ্কার সুলভ শৌচালয় গড়ে তুলবার ভাবনা চিন্তা যেন জন্ম দিল এক যুগান্তকারী আবিষ্কারের। দিল্লির এইমস হাসপাতালে 80 বছর বয়সে আমাদের ছেড়ে চলে গেলেন এই আবিষ্কর্তা। স্বচ্ছ ভারত গড়ে তুলবার এই কাণ্ডারের মৃত্যুর খবর পেয়ে শোকবার্তা জানিয়েছেন প্রধানমন্ত্রী নরেন্দ্র মোদী। পদ্মভূষণ সম্মানে সম্মানিত বিন্দেশ্বর পাঠকের মৃত্যুর খবরে শোক জ্ঞাপন করেছেন রাষ্ট্রপতি দ্রৌপদী মুর্মু। পদ্মভূষণ সম্মানে সম্মানিত এই ব্যক্তিকে স্বচ্ছ ভারত মিশনের ব্র্যান্ড অ্যাম্বাসেডর করা হয়েছিল কেন্দ্রীয় সরকারের তরফে। এরপর গান্ধী শান্তি পুরস্কারে পুরস্কৃতও করা হয়েছিল তাকে। আর এবার সবাইকে ছেড়ে চলে গেলেন বিন্দেশ্বর পাঠক। ক্যালকলিং টিভিকে দেওয়া একান্ত সাক্ষাৎকারে কি জানিয়েছিলেন বিন্দেশ্বর পাঠক, কেমনভাবে তার যাত্রা শুরু, কিভাবে তিনি সফলতা পেয়েছিলেন, দেখুন সেই অংশ।
Before Sulabh, I was working in a society called Bihar Gandhi Centenary Celebration Committee, and that committee was formed to celebrate the birth of Mahatma Gandhi. The centenary year was 1969, but it was formed earlier. So there were about 12 people working in this sector of sanitation and restoration of human rights and dignity of untouchables. So after it was wind up, we decided to form the organization. I invited those about 8-9 people working with me to come and discuss. So the first meeting was attended by about 9 people from the same committee, and it was decided to form the organization. Then I applied for the grant in the government, and it was taking time. So gradually, all 8 people left the venture because we formed in 72. Sorry, we founded in 1970, and then it took about 2 to 3 years. So I was alone when I started. So I went to Aran town for some other job. But I thought, why not to go to municipality to inquire about whether it was possible to have toilets inside the Aran municipality. So the first work I got in 1973, in July. I was alone at the time. Nobody was with me. All had left. So when the work was awarded to us, about 2 toilets to be built as a model. So there I asked one person who was working with me to come and to help me. So you can see we started from 2 persons in the very beginning.
After Gandhi, Dr. Pathak is one of the few men who have championed sanitation and uplifting of the untouchables as a mission of their life. The crusade of sanitation has converted into a movement without involving violence or social resistance and upheaval. The Sulabh International Social Service Organization, in its nearly 40 years of existence, has seen a silent revolution in the sanitation scenario, a fundamental change in attitude of people, and a transformation of mindset towards improved sanitation practices. His contribution in abolishing the inhuman practice of scavenging is seminal and unparalleled in the sense that he not only studied the social evil but provided its categorical solution through a low-cost toilet technology and developed a self-sustaining sanitation system across the country. In the process of providing alternative to scavenging and rehabilitation and social upgradation of scavengers, Dr. Pathak created a pan-India network with 50,000 volunteers and gave birth to what is popularly known as Sulabh sanitation movement. Nobody should go outside for defecation and every house in India should have a toilet has become the passionate obsession of Dr. Pathak.
Sulabh has major objectives, we know that. So how far Sulabh has done in respect of human rights and dignity?
Actually, it was dream of Mahatma Gandhi to restore the human rights and dignity of untouchables. Sulabh was founded with this purpose initially. Now, how to go about? Mahatma himself said, till they clean night soil, nobody will have food with them. So, the requirement was a need of a technology. The sewage system which we have, a septic tank, both are costly in construction, maintenance, and it requires enormous quantity of water to flush. So therefore, by these two technologies, it was not possible. So by doing some research, I invented the technology of Sulabh flush compost ecological toilets and popularized in the name of Sulabh Swachhaya. So first was to invent the technology. And because of technology, now the bucket toilets got converted into Sulabh flush toilet. The first step. The second step was to give them education so that they could read and write and do business later on. Third step was to give them skill so that they can earn their living themselves, like papdam making, noodles, pickles, fashion designing, beauty parlor, carpet making. All these things, all the works were taught to them. And the most important was that how they can be accepted by the society. Dr. Ambedkar said that slaves can be freed in America by statute, but in India they will require social acceptance. That's most important. So I thought why they were called untouchables, the Sudras. And I found that they were not allowed to perform the rites and rituals of the upper caste and Brahmins. And therefore, I started taking them to temple, asking Brahmins to sit with them, to perform the rituals, put sandalwood in the fire. I took them to take deep in the Ganga river, Varanasi, to help to perform rites worship to Lord Shiva, Baba Vishwanath, and 200 Brahmin families ate with them in Varanasi. That was the first story in Kashi that ever, from the inception of the Kashi, Brahmins and the untouchables ate together. In 1934, Gandhi asked people to come and have food with them. They came in the evening, but they refused. And Gandhi had written that Indians are ready to face the bullets of the Britishers, but they are unable to eat with untouchables. That I heard. So what I did, I one step by other, the third, the fourth, and I did not hesitate against anybody. I did not tear the books of Vedas, Puranas, Smritis, just by doing all these things. Now, if you go to the two towns of Albert and Tong, there is no any sense of untouchability. Now they are being invited in the same family for lunch and dinner to participate in a function where they used to go and clean toilets. So this is very important. Now they go and do facial in the same house. So I asked them that twist, that trick of the clients. So they asked, why do you do like this? So they say, madam, this was the house. I used to come clean toilets called untouchables. You used to give food to us from the above, water from the above. Now you have bought papadum, noodles, pickles, and you have given me your face to beautify. So this is the difference. So our founder has asked you to remind you that how it has changed. So totally fine that with the Gandhian principles of non-violence, I have restored the human rights and dignity of untouchables.
It's really amazing.
Yeah, it's totally impossible because 5,000 years from Vedas and till I came on the scene, they had to clean toilets, called untouchables. All humiliation, insults, tragedy, they had to face the society. Now suppose a boy or a girl is born, and till death, wherever one goes, it's untouchable, untouchable. How one will feel? This is very important. So we have changed the situation of 5,000 years, not a year or two or decades or centuries.
Exactly. So in relevance to that, I would like to ask you that how far have you done with this promoting jobs and healthcare to the children and people of untouchables?
Actually, when you used to clean toilets, they had to suffer from diarrhea, dysentery, some tuberculosis also. A lot of diseases they had to face. In the morning, they had to go with only a black tea, nothing in their stomach. And they used to work. And say about 1 or 2 o'clock, they used to get something from the clients. And they used to bring the food. And they used to eat without washing hands, without taking bath, nothing like this. Don't know hygiene practices. So that was the reasons that they had a lot of diseases. And therefore, what we have done now because now they don't go to clean toilets, so they have not contract the diseases, and now they wash their body, the hands, they take bath, and they take food. So if you see the comparison before and after, a lot of the health have improved of theirs. This is very important.
And regarding job?
No, actually now they had not they got the job, then they are difficult to switch over. So we have helped them. They used to earn 300 rupees, almost I can say, per month by doing all these things. Now they earn about 15,000 to 20,000 rupees per month. Just see the difference from 300 rupees to 15 to 20,000 rupees. So this was necessary. Had not got the job or the work, then they could have reverted back. So that is most important. On the one hand, they have been relieved, and on the other hand, they have got the employment and job opportunities. And therefore, Programi became successful.
Okay, so what do you have to say about the environmental pollution and pollution reduction?
Actually, when if suppose one defecates in the open, or the bucket toilets, you must not have used, but I have used bucket toilets. It's so stinking, nauseating, difficult to sit inside. So when we used to go inside the toilet, we used to close our nose by some clothes and something like this, and try to come out as early as possible. It was so stinking. So in that conditions, certainly the environment was being polluted, and therefore certainly that environment, what will happen? Only diseases. In the villages also, in the rainy season, from a distance you could have sensed that there must be some village, because people used to defecate, and the moment it used to rain, then full of smell around. So open defecation and bucket toilets, both were the sources of environmental pollution, stinking environment, diseases. So therefore, it has saved the environment. And the technology we have used, they are eco-friendly. We don't allow the methane gas to escape in the atmosphere. And because of that, it helps to reduce the global warming and the climate change. So that way we are helping to reduce the pollution of the environment also.
Seriously, it's like Pathfinder.
Yes, of course, this is, yes.
So tell me one thing, that you were advised to develop a self-sustainable public sanitation model by a senior IS officer. So how do you recount to this matter?
Actually, as usual, NGO always depends on the donation from the government and from the public. I also applied for the grant. The government collapsed, and so my file was being sent from urban development to planning to finance. So one IS officer, he asked me to come. I went to see him. He started laughing. I was surprised why he was laughing. I was standing. He asked, "Who are you?" I said, "Sir, I am the secretary of the organization. You asked me to come to see you." "Oh, yes. I have ordered for the tea." I thought an old man with a stick in his hand and a freedom fighter will come to see me. So he had nothing. But one thing, okay, please sit down. "Did you work with Gandhi?" I said, "No, sir. When I was 5 years old, Gandhi was assassinated. And so how could I work with Gandhi?" "Oh, yes, also I feel so. But one thing I want to know from you. I have gone through your file. So, have you written all these things?" "Oh, yes, sir." "Your program will continue and will create a great impact in this country. But I see a danger in it." "What is the danger, sir?" "You are asking for the grant. In the society you were working, who was the president?" I said, "Governor ex officio." "Who was the chairperson?" "CM ex officio, Chief Minister." "How much money you used to ask for?" 5 lakh rupees. "How much you used to get?" 2.5 lakh rupees. "When you used to apply?" Month of April. "When you used to get?" In the month of February. Look, a society headed by the governor and the chief minister, asking from 5 lakh, getting 2.5 lakh. Applying in the month of April, getting month of February. What about you? You will get 50,000 rupees this year. And next year, finance department will raise many objections and we will start answering them. It will take again 1 or 2 years' time. So your program will not continue as I have thought for you. So I have thought for you, you don't take grant. This is the diversion. So you take money for the implementation of the program. And whatever money is saved, out of that you run the organization. Unless and until you misuse the money of some agencies, some people, your program will continue. I said, "Sir, I will not misuse." No, we have no money right now. Man changes when he gets money. This is very important. So I said, "Okay, I want guarantee from you." I was silent. "Oh, you have no money, so no bank guarantee." Just look my face. So I saw his face. "Can you remember me?" Okay, "Yes, sir." "Oh, no. So soon you have told you will not remember me." So he persuaded me to see him for 15 minutes. Can you imagine? To see the face of a person for 15 minutes, very difficult, embarrassing. What I did? So finally, he wrote on the file. But he asked the guarantee that if you think to misuse the money of any agency, any person, you will remember me once and then you can do whatever you like. You agree? Okay, "Yes, sir." I wrote on the file, this organization should not be given a grant. Instead, it should be given the jobs to be implemented. So that was a departure from taking grant and to work oriented. The first amount I told you earlier, it was I got only 500 rupees to put up 2 toilets at a demonstration. The man who was chairperson was a freedom fighter of our municipality, Ram Vilas Singh. And he said, how did you do? I explained to him. He said, look, this was a dream of Mahatma Gandhi. I'm a freedom fighter. But all freedom fighters forgot Mahatma Gandhi and got engaged in own job. And I am also a lawyer in our municipality. So please, you will start fulfilling the dreams of Mahatma Gandhi. I will help you. So this is how the Sulabh now today, we have not taken a donation, grant, charity from any organization anywhere inside the country or outside the world. And whatever we have earned out of that, we do the work of charity. For the education, the health, the marriages, the untouchables, the widows, and so on and so forth. So we have schools, free schools, English medium. Only school in India, the free school, English medium. So that we are spending those money on the charity and the welfare society. So this is how it started. And because of that, the success is there. Had I got that amount of 50,000 rupees, nothing would happen by now.
Seriously, that is why you say that if you have faith and as well as confidence in yourself, you can do at least something.
And one thing was that Gandhi, I told you the non-violence, how I restored the human rights. Other was the honesty, integrity. I got just 500 rupees. And today we are roughly handling about 300 crores in the world. Now, who will give you money? Unless you do good work. So that was most important thing. So vision, mission, commitment, capabilities, efficiency, coupled with honesty, integrity, ethics, morality. And what Swami Vivekananda said, one mission, one life. Or one life, one mission. If all 9, 10 things you remember, success is bound to come. Maybe in large or very small or large, but it has to follow.
Sulabh has now expanded its network internationally. It has branches operating in Bhutan and Afghanistan. In Kabul, the construction of 5 public toilet complexes is nearly completion. Besides, many countries have sought guidance, consultancy and services from Sulabh. Some of these countries are Nepal, Indonesia, Mozambique, Kenya, South Africa, Ethiopia, Uganda and Burkina Faso. Sulabh, however, is no longer about public toilets only. It has adopted a holistic development approach for the underprivileged.